Hello guys. Kelly Thibault's shocking return to General Hospital, the Britt Westburn survival twist. After more than 2 years since her character's dramatic death, Kelly Thibault is making a triumphant return to ABC's General Hospital in July 2025. The actress, who won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series in 2020 for her portrayal of Dr. Britt Westburn, left fans devastated when her character was killed off by the Hook serial killer in January 2023. However, recent developments suggest that the beloved Britt may have survived her encounter with death in the most unexpected way possible. Executive producer Frank Valentini expressed his excitement about Thibault's return, stating, "I am thrilled to have Kelly back on our show. We have some great twists and turns planned for her character." While the show has remained deliberately vague about whether Thibault will reprise her role as Britt or portray an entirely new character, soap opera fans are buzzing with theories about how the writers might resurrect one of Port Charles' most complex and compelling characters, the Hook Killer legacy. To understand the magnitude of Britt's potential survival, it's crucial to revisit the circumstances of her apparent death. Dr. Britt Westburn met her tragic end while heroically saving Jocelyn Jacks from the Hook serial killer, who was ultimately revealed to be Heather Weber. The Hook had terrorized Port Charles for months, claiming multiple victims including Brando Corbin and attacking others like Ava Jerome and Diane Miller. Britt's final moments were particularly poignant as she died in her mother Lisa Ulbricht's arms after being struck by the poison hook. The poison from the hook was specifically designed to be fatal, making any potential survival seem medically impossible. However, as veteran soap opera viewers know, death is rarely permanent in the world of daytime drama, and creative explanations for character resurrections are a hallmark of the genre. The Brennan connection and captivity theory. The most intriguing aspect of the proposed storyline involves Jack Brennan, the former director of the World Security Bureau whose complicated history with Anna Devane has made him a significant player in Port Charles. According to the developing narrative, Brennan may have been the one who secretly rescued Britt from her apparent death, keeping her alive but imprisoned for his own mysterious purposes. This storyline would align with Brennan's established character as someone who operates in the shadows and has access to advanced medical resources through his WSB connections. As the former head of the Pikeman Security Group, Brennan has demonstrated both the capability and motivation to conduct covert operations that could include staging someone's death while keeping them alive. The character of Brennan has undergone recent changes, with Chris McKenna taking over the role from Charles Measure in February 2025. This recasting provides an opportunity for the writers to explore new dimensions of the character, potentially revealing hidden depths and motivations that could explain his involvement in Britt's survival. Morgan Corinthos, the other captive. The inclusion of Morgan Corinthos in this captivity storyline adds another layer of complexity and emotional weight. Morgan, the son of mob kingpin Sonny Corinthos and Carly Spencer, was presumed dead after a car bombing in 2016. The character was last portrayed by Brian Craig, who won back-to-back Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Younger Actor in a Drama Series for his performance. If Morgan has indeed been alive and held captive alongside Britt, it would represent one of the most significant plot twists in General Hospital's recent history. The revelation that both characters survived their apparent deaths and have been imprisoned together would provide rich material for exploring themes of survival, trauma, and the bonds formed under extreme circumstances. Brian Craig made a brief return to the role in August 2024 for a single episode, which may have been laying groundwork for this larger storyline. Executive producer Frank Valentini had previously teased a major return, stating, "A former cast member is coming back, and I think that the audience will go crazy for him." The escape and return to Port Charles. The proposed storyline of Britt and Morgan escaping together and returning to Port Charles would create numerous dramatic possibilities. Both characters have deep ties to the community and families who mourn their deaths. Britt's return would particularly impact her mother Lisa Ulbricht, who has been largely absent from the show since her daughter's death. For Morgan, his return with his father Sonny Corinthos, who has carried the guilt of his son's death for years. Sonny's character has been central to General Hospital for over 3 decades, and the revelation that his son survived would provide Maurice Benard with powerful material to showcase his acting abilities. Sonny Corinthos, the revenge factor. Sonny Corinthos has always been a character driven by loyalty and vengeance. As a mob boss with a strict code of honor, learning that Brennan was responsible for keeping his son captive would trigger an intense desire for retribution. The storyline suggests that while the law may not be able to touch Brennan due to his government connections, Sonny would take matters into his own hands. This setup creates a compelling conflict between Sonny's criminal world and Brennan's government background. Maurice Benard, who has portrayed Sonny since 1993, has consistently delivered powerful performances when his character's family is threatened. The potential confrontation between Sonny and Brennan would likely become a major storyline driving the show's drama for months to come. The medical mystery. One of the most challenging aspects of this storyline would be explaining how Britt survived the hook's poison. The show established that the hook was coated with a lethal toxin that caused rapid death. However, soap operas have a long tradition of finding creative medical explanations for seemingly impossible survivals. Given Britt's medical background as a doctor and her mother Lisa's expertise in various fields, it's possible that the storyline could involve an antidote or experimental treatment that countered the poison's effects. Alternatively, the writers might reveal that Brennan's WSB resources included access to cutting-edge medical technology that could reverse the poison's damage. Impact on current storylines. Kelly Thibault's return comes at a time when General Hospital is experiencing significant cast changes. Jonathan Jackson recently departed the role of Lucky Spencer after returning to the show in August 2024. The addition of a major character like Britt could help fill the void left by other departures and provide new energy to existing storylines. The show's current focus on family dynamics and long-buried secrets would be perfectly served by the revelation of Britt and Morgan's survival. Both characters have connections to multiple families in Port Charles, and their return would send ripples throughout the community. Fan expectations and theories. General Hospital fans have been speculating about Britt's potential survival since news of Kelly Thibault's return broke. Many theories have emerged about how the writers might explain her resurrection, with some fans suggesting that her death was faked from the beginning. Others believe that her mother Liesl might have secretly kept her alive in a coma while seeking a cure for her Huntington's disease. The character of Britt Westburn, affectionately known as the Britt by fans, became a beloved figure despite her initially antagonistic nature. Kelly Thibault's portrayal brought depth and complexity to what could have been a simple villain role, earning her critical acclaim and a devoted fanbase. Next, we will dive into an exciting update that's stirring up nostalgia among fans of General Hospital, a reunion of sorts between two iconic characters, Nikolas Casadini and Courtney Matthews. Brought to life by their talented portrayers, Adam Huss and Alicia Lee Willis, and a thrilling new cinematic venture. While this isn't a return to the dramatic streets of Port Charles, the duo's latest collaboration promises to deliver the kind of emotional depth and soapy intrigue that longtime viewers crave. Let's unpack every detail of this fascinating project, explore the history of these beloved characters, and delve into the creative magic behind their off-screen reunion in a brand new film titled In Her Sleep. Buckle up for a deep dive into this heartwarming story of past connections and present creativity, complete with fresh insights and imaginative expansions on the original spoilers. First, let's talk about the electrifying news that has fans buzzing with excitement. Adam Huss, who captivated audiences as the brooding Nikolas Casadini, and Alicia Lee Willis, forever etched in our hearts as the resilient Courtney Matthews, are joining forces for a movie that promises to tug at the heartstrings while delivering unexpected twists. Titled In Her Sleep, this film isn't just a casual project, it's a labor of love packed with dramatic flair reminiscent of the soap opera world we adore. Huss, who has been away from General Hospital since Nikola's mysterious disappearance, is stepping into a fresh role that showcases his versatility as an actor. Alongside him, Willis brings her signature charm and emotional intensity, crafting a dynamic on-screen partnership that already has fans dreaming of a Port Charles comeback. The film, described as having a soapy twist, hints at layered storytelling and complex relationships of the genre that made Nikola's and Courtney's storylines so unforgettable. Imagine a narrative filled with secrets, unspoken desires, and haunting dreams, all woven together in a way that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. This isn't just a movie, it's a reunion of talent that feels like a gift to longtime fans. Behind the scenes, the project is elevated by the creative genius of Brittany Underwood, who not only penned the script but also took the director's chair alongside Dylan Myers. Underwood, a familiar name to soap fans for her roles in One Life to Live and Hollywood Heights, infuses in her sleep with a personal touch, blending raw emotion with cinematic artistry. Huss couldn't contain his excitement about the collaboration, sharing candid snapshots from the set on social media and praising the incredibly talented Willis as his on-screen love interest. He described their time filming as a wonderful day on set with amazing people, giving fans a glimpse into the camaraderie and passion fueling this project. Willis, now known as Alicia Lee Faust after her 2020 marriage to renowned race car driver Tanner Faust, echoed his sentiments on Instagram, gushing about the joy of working with Underwood, whom she called one of my favorite people. This isn't just a professional endeavor for Willis, it's a chance to reconnect with her roots in drama while exploring new creative horizons. Picture the set as a buzzing hive of creativity, with laughter ringing out between takes and old friends reminiscing about their General Hospital days. It's a testament to the enduring bonds formed in the world of daytime television. For those who might need a refresher, let's revisit the legacy of Courtney Matthews and Nikolas Casadini on General Hospital. Courtney, portrayed with heartbreaking authenticity by Willis, was a character who faced endless trials yet always emerged with grace. As the mother of Spencer Casadini and the half-sister of the legendary Luke Spencer, her connections ran deep in Port Charles, intertwining her fate with some of the show's most iconic families. Her romance with Nikolas was a roller coaster of passion and tragedy, marked by tender moments and devastating losses. When Courtney tragically passed away while giving birth to Spencer, her death left an indelible mark on the show, though her spirit lingered through angelic appearances that offered comfort to those she left behind. Imagine the weight of those ethereal scenes: Courtney watching over her son and Nikolas, a silent guardian in a world torn apart by grief. Willis brought such depth to the role that fans still clamor for her return, whether in flashbacks or as a ghostly presence guiding Spencer through his tumultuous life. On the other side of this iconic pairing, Nikolas Casadini remains one of General Hospital's most complex characters, and Adam Huss was the fourth actor to take on the role, following in the footsteps of Marcus Coloma, Nick Stable, and the late Tyler Christopher, who originated the character. Introduced during a pivotal storyline involving baby Lula Spencer's need for a bone marrow transplant, Nikolas' arrival in Port Charles was nothing short of dramatic. His relationship with Courtney, particularly during Christopher's tenure, was defined by intense love and gut-wrenching sorrow, culminating in the loss of Courtney during Spencer's birth. Huss, stepping into the role during a turbulent chapter of Nikolas' life, portrayed a man haunted by his past and presumed dead by many in Port Charles. His interpretation added new layers to Nikolas, a mix of vulnerability and ruthless determination that left fans intrigued about his ultimate fate. Think of Huss channeling Nikolas' inner turmoil, a prince of darkness wrestling with the ghosts of his choices, now finding a new outlet for that intensity in her sleep. It's a fascinating parallel to see how Huss and Willis carried the emotional weight of their past roles into this fresh narrative. The fan response to this off-screen reunion has been nothing short of ecstatic, with social media lighting up over the possibility of seeing Nikolas and Courtney back together again. One passionate viewer, Christine Alexander, even inspired headlines with her heartfelt plea, "Spencer's parents, let's bring them all back to GH." It's a sentiment shared by many who long to see these characters resurrected in some form, whether through a miraculous return or a dream sequence that reunites Spencer with the parents he never truly knew. Imagine the emotional impact of such a storyline as Spencer, now grappling with his own identity, standing face to face with the mother who sacrificed everything for him and the father whose legacy looms large. The chemistry between Huss and Willis, evident even in behind-the-scenes photos, fuels these dreams, reminding us of the magic that happens when beloved actors reconnect. Their shared history on General Hospital adds an extra layer of intrigue to In Her Sleep, as fans speculate whether their on-screen dynamic will echo the passionate, tragic romance of Nikolas and Courtney or chart an entirely new path. Adding to the excitement, Brittany Underwood's involvement brings a unique perspective to the film. As both writer and director, she has poured her heart into In Her Sleep, crafting a story that resonates on a deeply personal level. Last week, Underwood shared her enthusiasm for the project, revealing why it holds such significance for her, perhaps drawing from her own experiences in the soap world to create a narrative that feels both familiar and refreshingly original. Picture a script filled with unexpected turns, where every glance and whispered secret carries weight, much like the dramatic confrontations we've seen on General Hospital. With Underwood at the helm, alongside co-director Dylan Myers, the film promises to blend the intimacy of soap storytelling with the expansive scope of cinema. Willis, in her Instagram post, celebrated Underwood's dual role, marveling at the chance to collaborate with someone who understands the nuances of emotional drama so profoundly. This creative synergy hints at a final product that could rival the most memorable arcs of daytime television. As we eagerly await the release of In Her Sleep, this reunion of Adam Huss and Alicia Lee Willis serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring impact of General Hospital. Their characters, Nikolas and Courtney, may no longer grace the screens of Port Charles, but their legacy lives on through the passion of their portrayers and the devotion of their fans. This film isn't just a new chapter for Huss and Willis, it's a bridge between past and present, a celebration of the stories that shaped us and the talent that brought them to life. Whether you're a longtime viewer who remembers every tearful goodbye or a newer fan curious about the history of these iconic roles, In Her Sleep offers a chance to witness the magic of two soap opera veterans at the height of their craft. So, let's keep our eyes peeled for more updates on this captivating project, and perhaps, let's dare to dream of a day when Nikolas and Courtney might once again walk the halls of General Hospital. Until then, this cinematic collaboration is the perfect way to honor their unforgettable journey. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for more insights and surprises. Next, we will learn about the escalating drama surrounding Drew Cain on General Hospital, a character whose actions are becoming increasingly violent and sparking intense reactions from fans. Once a beloved figure in Port Charles, Drew has taken a dark turn, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake and crossing moral lines that have even the most loyal viewers questioning his motives. In this extended exploration, we'll dive deep into his latest despicable behavior, particularly an incident involving a vulnerable child, and unpack the layers of deceit, ambition, and mystery surrounding his agenda. With fresh details, creative reimagining, and expanded insights, let's navigate the storm that Drew has unleashed on half of Port Charles. -1 while keeping the core of this troubling storyline intact. Prepare for a gripping journey into one of the most controversial plots on GH right now. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Drew Cain's behavior has reached new lows, and it's turning stomachs across the General Hospital fandom. No longer the noble, conflicted man we once knew, Drew seems to revel in causing pain, striking at the hearts of anyone unfortunate enough to cross his path. His latest act of cruelty, however, has pushed boundaries in a way that feels unforgivable to many. In a calculated move, Drew chose to spew venomous lies within earshot of Willow Tate's young son, Wiley, a child already navigating the complexities of family turmoil. With cold precision, Drew fabricated a heartbreaking falsehood, telling Ric Lansing that Corinthos no longer cared for Wiley or his little sister, Amelia, because of a supposed new baby stealing his affection. This was a blatant lie, designed to wound, and the fallout was immediate. Picture the scene: wide-eyed Wiley, innocent and trusting, overhearing words that shatter his sense of security, his small world rocked by the notion that his father could abandon him. It's a moment that cuts deep, not just for the character, but for viewers who see children as off-limits in the brutal games of Port Charles adults. Thankfully, Wiley's sharp instincts and bond with his father provided a glimmer of hope in this dark chapter. Rather than internalizing the hurtful words, the bright young boy sought clarity, confronting Michael directly with a trembling voice and tearful eyes. Of course, Michael was quick to reassure his son, wrapping him in a comforting embrace and dispelling the cruel lie with unwavering love. The relief was palpable as Wiley's fears melted away, but for fans watching from home, the damage lingers. Social media has erupted with outrage, with many GH enthusiasts arguing that dragging a child into such vicious schemes is a step too far, even for a soap opera known for its dramatic excess. Imagine the collective gasp of viewers as Drew's words aired, the chat forums lighting up with posts like, "How could they let this happen to Wiley?" or "Drew needs to be stopped." This incident has sparked a broader debate about the boundaries of storytelling. Should entertainment ever come at the cost of a child's emotional well-being, even in fiction? For now, Wiley is safe in his father's arms, but the scar of this moment looms large over the audience's perception of Drew. Peeling back the layers of Drew's actions reveals a man consumed by a mysterious, relentless agenda, though the true nature of his endgame remains shrouded in fog. He has declared an all-out war on half of Port Charles, his once warm demeanor replaced by a chilling determination to bulldoze anyone in his way, regardless of the collateral damage. Whether it's longtime allies or innocent bystanders, Drew spares no one, his heart seemingly hardened against compassion. His fixation on Willow's children, Wiley and Amelia, is particularly perplexing, raising questions about what drives this obsession. Is it purely to wound Michael, a rival in both business and personal spheres, by stripping away what matters most to him? Or does Drew harbor a deeper, more sinister motive? Visualize a late-night scene in Drew's dimly lit office, his eyes scanning legal documents about custody and corporate shares, a smirk playing on his lips as he plots his next move. His disregard for his own daughter, often left in the shadows of his schemes, casts further doubt on his capacity to care for Willow's kids, making his pursuit of them all the more ominous. One theory swirling among fans points to a financial angle that could explain Drew's ruthless behavior. Could his interest in Wiley and Amelia tie back to the powerful Quartermain family empire, specifically their shares in ELQ? As children connected to the Corinthos and Quartermain legacies, they represent potential leverage in a corporate takeover, a tantalizing price for someone with Drew's apparent hunger for power. If this is true, the implications are chilling. Will Drew go so far as to orchestrate harm against Willow to secure full control if something were to happen to her? Rumors of paperwork ensuring his custody in such a scenario only fuel these dark speculations. Imagine a tense boardroom confrontation, Drew slamming down a contract with a predatory grin, revealing just how far he's planned ahead to claim the ELQ throne. Alternatively, whispers persist among longtime viewers that Drew might not be Drew at all. Could he be a reincarnation of the manipulative cult leader Shiloh, hiding behind a familiar face to enact revenge or rebuild his twisted following? Each possibility paints a grimmer picture of a man unhinged by ambition or identity. Willow herself stands at the center of this storm, caught between her desire for peace and Drew's unrelenting interference. Despite her willingness to negotiate joint custody with Michael, ensuring stability for Wiley and Amelia, Drew sabotages every attempt at compromise. His insistence on full control, even pushing her to sign documents granting him custody in the event of tragedy, reeks of manipulation. Picture Willow, weary and conflicted, staring at the paperwork with trembling hands, torn between trusting Drew's supposed concern and sensing the danger beneath his words. Why does he want her children so badly when his track record as a father to his own child is marked by neglect? Is this a personal vendetta against Michael, a way to assert dominance by claiming his family as a trophy? Or does Drew see Wiley and Amelia as pawns in a larger game, their innocence a mere tool to wield against his enemies? These unanswered questions hang heavy, casting a shadow over Willow's every decision as she fights to protect her little ones from a man she once trusted. Adding another layer of complexity is Ric Lansing, whose involvement in Drew's schemes raises eyebrows. Known as a sleazy lawyer with a knack for bending ethics, Ric initially called out Drew for crossing a line with his cruel lie about Wiley, his tone sharp with disapproval. Yet, in a disappointing twist, he ultimately went along with the plan, his moral compass seemingly swayed by self-interest or fear of Drew's wrath. Imagine Ric pacing in his cluttered office, torn between a fleeting sense of decency and the allure of whatever reward Drew might have dangled before him. For fans, Ric's compliance is a bitter pill. Many hoped he'd draw a line at harming a child, even if his reputation is far from pristine. This alliance between two morally ambiguous men only deepens the intrigue, leaving viewers wondering if Ric will eventually turn on Drew or sink deeper into this web of deception. Their uneasy partnership is a ticking time bomb, poised to explode as the truth inches closer to the surface. As this unsettling saga unfolds on General Hospital, the audience is left grappling with a mix of anger, curiosity, and anticipation. Drew's descent into villainy has transformed him into a polarizing figure, his every move sparking heated debate about whether he's gone too far. Hurting Wiley, a child who represents the future of Port Charles, feels like a betrayal of the show's core values to many longtime watchers. Yet, the mystery of his motive, be it LQ shares, personal revenge, or a hidden identity, keeps us glued to the screen, eager for answers. Visualize the tension building in each episode, the camera lingering on Drew's inscrutable expression as whispers of his plans echo through the town. Will justice prevail, or will Drew succeed in tearing apart the lives of those around him? For now, we can only speculate, but one thing is clear, this storyline has struck a nerve, and the fallout will shape the future of GH. What do you think is Drew crossed an unforgivable line? Share your thoughts with us, and stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for more updates on this gripping drama.